mentioned this to NLG when we start working on a new game. When we're creating a new game, we always want to include some sort of new element in the game.
これってもう Wii U の頃から実は実験をずっと続けてて、でその時に彼らが作ってくれたのがこれだったんです。
So these moves actually were something that we came up with when we were working on the Wii U version, and something that NLG came up with.
でプロトタイプでこのスラムとねバースト触った時にすごい気持ちよかったよな。
めっちゃ気持ちよかったですよね。
So when they made a prototype and let us use slam and burst, it just was so satisfying when you played it.
どうですか？気持ちよくないですか？
What do you guys think?
Oh yeah,
I
it's
feel so
great.
powerful with the slam move. This is my favorite.
Yeah.
かなり最高です。
だからもうこれ
It looks really fun to whack people with it.
はいそうですね。
So when we saw this, we were like, well, the game's pretty much done then.
Yeah, it really helps me. I'm not as good a player as Roxanne, so to be able to
Aww.
slam the ghost and hit the other ones and do damage, I think is really helpful too.
No problem, Reject. I've come to find that actually. Oh, spider up there! Get the golden spider!
Here. Hold on, I'm just distracted by money. Make sure I get these first. We see a few
No,
spiders
gold
in this
spider!
area and a lot of cobwebs sort of decorating this part of the set, and I love that attention to detail. You know, you run into spiders and there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
I'm actually I'm really enjoying watching it just alone.
I mean,
Like you can talk and gush about E3 later with your friends, but when you watch it alone, you get to have your own take on it. And then you can talk and, you know, see how you all feel about it without being persuaded beforehand. You get your own opinion first. You know, Loni of us? Well, I did watch E3 yesterday, I think, alone. Or at least, like, was it the day before? Day before? I don't remember. I watched something alone.
So as you can see, there's always
It was like the
little
first
things
stuff, I
scattered
think.
around Luigi at all times, and so by
Also,
using
these
burst in the
spiders
middle
look
of all
great.
those things, it just scatters everything, and it's so satisfying.
Also,
and I
Summer,
love that.
good morning.
But also, I'm compelled to clean up the mess. I wish I had.
Oh, was Chris here as well? Good morning, Chris.
To do that at home.
Yes, I will voluntarily clean my room if I have the culture.
Everything before Squeenix Cry watched alone. There we go.
Oh, smart. Alrighty, so we took a look at all the different sets in this environment. Again, we don't want to show the solution, so we are going to switch gears once again and jump to a little bit later part of this.
I love how they have
so we can show you
two
some
switches to
exciting
work through. And they also put like a mount on the switch so no one stole their shit. Very smart.
Luigi's a super nice guy.
Yeah, he's still a little nervous about it though. He doesn't know if he can trust the ghost.
Aww.
Happyになりますね。
He's just wanted his thingy.
Oh. When I first saw this, I thought he was going to be mad that Luigi had stolen his megaphone. I was like, no, don't hurt me. I'm getting it back.
Let him be the star of your play, show, movie. Yeah! You're gonna look great on the big screen, Ouija man.
They're gonna film something featuring Luigi.
Yeah, he's gonna be a movie star. He definitely has the acting chops. I think we've seen that.
Hey, don't make fun of his movie roles, okay? He tries his best. Oh my god.
We're starting to get a sense of what kind of movie this is. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
As soon as that first footstep goes boom, like,
Honey, I shrunk the Ouija.
Oh, nice.
No, I blew up the
someone is a
Ouija.
fan of kaiju movies.
You get it.
Pacific Rim とか大好きでした。
Huge fan of Pacific Rim.
Yeah, those kind of giant monsters.
I love that tail end of the ghost just sticking out of the huge suit.
That's amazing.
Alright, so whenever I encounter a new enemy, I try using all different moves
shit.
that Luigi does. It's like suction shot and burst. None of them quite work.
Just made him mad.
Dude, yo!
Ooh. So the gusts of air the boss is using to push this fireball towards me. That's a bit of a hint. to the player as to how to counter this boss. So I'm using the Poltergust to use air to blow it a little bit back.
Spoilers!
Like the right strategy.
Dude, now we know.
He's happy with that first
So mad. Humbug.
That does not look.
So he's breathing fire, and there's water all around the island. It seems like this might be a dangerous place for Luigi.
Yes, both of
green
water
balls
and fire, water and fire, yes, are weaknesses of Luigi. So this is not a great spot.
Oh no.
But it looks like we're.
Come on,
the
Luigi.
fire's a little bit bigger, and Luigi doesn't have enough. So I'm
Oh,
going to borrow.
yeah! Thank God they freaking showed it here, because I would have never have thought to do that if I was playing it.
Oh
I
my
would
gosh,
have died like
the
2
cars
times and gotten frustrated.
blocking traffic right now.
やりましたね
All right.
Nicely done.
やっぱり上手ですね
You're making
Good at this game, Roxanne.
Not at all. My palms are sweating. You just can't see.
My knees are weak.
And
No!
Luigi's not great with fire.
Don't laugh.
Okay, okay.
That's fugged.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not much of
What
the
if your
city.
opponent clones himself in a
I love
1v1?
Even Luigi
Or
destroys
when your
every
opponent clones himself in a
He
1v1.
does. I love. Yeah. This
Yeah.
game's-
cars.
It's like potting in a duel. It's a little fucked up. But
Oh.
to be fair,
頑張れ
But there, oh no.
he is
got
a
this,
dragon.
This is your big scene.
I'm sorry. Godzilla.
You've got the
My
cameras on me
bad.
because I look really ugly. Imagine intensely right now.
イエーイ
Oh, he did it.
つけました
Nice. I like the dude's style on the left.
It's a little embarrassing.
Both of the dudes on the left look good.
Oh yeah, wait, don't congratulate yourself yet.
Not just yet.
Could always
I'm
just
trying to
watch
get a
Chugga
quicker
Conroy.
out there.
What is Chugga? I know who he is, but what in reference to watch him for what exactly? Also, Narcling Justice.
いいのが取れたみ
An
たいですね
Android star.
Looks like it was a great take.
すごい満足げですから
Looks really satisfied.
No, they're just great cutscene. Such a great character.
Famous birthday says it's your
Yeah,
birthday.
you think
Is it
when
your
you
30th
encounter the
birthday?
boss ghost
If
on
I'm way
that
off,
floor,
blame
you
famous
think
birthdays.
you have to
Nah,
defeat them, but
that is
Morty's
correct.
A little
Thank
bit
you, man.
unique.
Made a different trade with you.
To figure out the
He
trick if they didn't show it here.
gets to the
Oh, yeah,
elevator
true.
As
Chugga
the
Conroy
boss
knows
fight
all the
himself.
Luigi's mansions.
まあ
And
あの
he's a
本当はボスを
star.
倒してエレベーターボタンで手
He
に入れ
still
ない
does
といけない
stuff, right?
このボスだけちょっと特別で撮影に協力したおかげでボタンがもらいました
As you mentioned,
He was one of the
yeah, most of
OG
floor bosses,
YouTuber
in fact, all of
gamers,
them
man.
require you to defeat them in order to obtain the elevator
Like back
button from
before
them.
you even
But,
made
with
currency
Morty,
on
it's kind
YouTube.
of different. He just gives it to you as a present for helping him out.
Yeah, there's so many unexpected things in this game. I can't wait to.
He's playing
explore
Chrono
them
Trigger
myself.
now?
Yeah, and all the ghosts have so much
Nice.
personality too. So it's just.
I freaking
wonderful,
love guys
getting to
like
the next
him.
floor,
They
discovering
do
I wait
what
to.
they want
Yeah.
to
It's a very
do.
different
And the
experience.
new abilities of Luigi and Koichi. And
He's
the different
very
ways you can use
thorough.
them, I think it's really fun.
Um,
Do you have any other?
ちなみに、
Oh,
今
he's got
の
one thing he wants to
撮
talk
影
about, it
した映像ですけ
seems.
どこのゲームの中で見ることができますから探してみてください
What's up, dog?
So by the way, that movie you just filmed with Morty is something that you can actually watch in the
Oh.
game somewhere. So
Nice!
was that a good movie? Did I do okay during that boss fight?
Mine will be
I
bad,
love
but
it when they
hopefully
do
we'll
that
be
kind of
destroyed.
shit. Like when you take a picture in the game, but then during the credits you
Alright,
see the
so we took a
pictures
look
or
at,
something like
some of
that.
Luigi's new moves: slam, suction,
So
shot, burst, and Luigi's role in the game.
Do you
Any
have any
other
other
lasting comments?
comments?
Or Final
for
Fantasy
viewers?
15.
そうですね、まあ今おっしゃっていただいたやっぱりそのスラムとバーストの部分っていうのがやっぱ新しいアクションだし手応えもすごくいいものなんで、まあ、それをこういかに駆使してたくさんのお化けを効率的に倒すかっていうこれが上手になってくるとすごくうまくできるのでそこをまあ一つ楽しんでほしいですね。
So as you mentioned, the new
Thanks,
moves
dude.
such as slam and burst, as you improve your skills and get better at defeating multiple ghosts at the same time, it gets more and more satisfying. So I hope that you're able to utilize that when you're playing the game.
まあ彼女できていたけども、
Well, you're actually doing it perfectly, but yeah.
That was a great demonstration.
そうですねまあその爽快なアクションに加えて、今回まあそのルイージというキャラが増えてるんですね
So in addition to the actions, as you also mentioned, there's a new character, Luigi.
で、まあ、ルイージマンションシリーズってアドベンチャーゲームなので、
Any Final
その頭を
Fantasy
使って考えて
15 tips?
先に進んでいくっていう
Play the hell out of
まあ、今
the
回その
mini
ルイージっていう
game.
キャラクターが入ったことで、そのルイージと
What was that
ルイージ
game
の違いを生かした
called?
パズルっていうのがたくさん
It was like a pinball type game, but it wasn't really pinball.
So since this is an action
That game was awesome.
Or action adventure game, there's a lot of
Get
parts
so much money
and,
for it.
puzzles and traps and things that can only be solved by using both Luigi and Luigi.
なので、まあ、皆さんにはこの
Justice
あの
Monsters
ちょっとひねり
5.
が加わった
That's it.
パズルで、
That
まあ楽しみながら悩んでいただ
Fishing
きたいなと思い
and
ます。
the arena.
Yeah, so because there's so many puzzles with a twist, I hope that everyone can feel aptly challenged and enjoy playing this game.
Great. Well, thank you for all the insights. and
C3
thank
so
you for
wholesome.
coming
I
on the
know,
P10
I
Well,
love
we'll be
it.
Playing the game more. And I think next we're going to go see some Astral Chain live game.
Astral Chain, yes! Dude, that game looks dope! Have it on my list. I have it described here. Astral Chain, dope RPG with chain. I couldn't figure out how else to describe it in a short line, so. But it looks cool. I'm sad you didn't play Final Fantasy 15 later in its timeline since it's so much better than when it launched. No, I know, you're right. Like, I feel like it just, it's a shame how things turn out sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta wait to play a game, even if it's already out. Maybe it's just best to experience it after it's gotten a little bit. It's kind of like maybe cooking's sort of like I'm sorry, gaming development's like cooking, where it's like you just got a steak and you just cooked it, but it's got to sit out for a little bit. Maybe we got to let it sit out for a little bit. Some people want to get right in there on that steak and they'll cut right into it, but all the juices will just flood right out. That's not good. It's good, but it's not the best bite of that steak you'll get. You know, you gotta let it rest before you take a bite to fully appreciate it. Maybe we should be patient gamers. No. Can't do it. I don't know how the hell those guys exist. No offense. Oop, no way. We're gonna do an Ori replay. Another one? I've done so many Ori replays. That's a game I've replayed several times actually. I tried to do challenge runs of that game. Dude, Ori's great though, man. And Memento Mori, by the way, thank you for a year. And Dr. POTUS, thank you very much. It's called being poor, you insensitive numpty. I've already forgotten what we were talking about now. Oh, the new Pokemon! Thank you for reminding me. Alright, so this is the new Pokemon. I have not looked at them yet. We're gonna see. I've not looked at them yet. I'm not okay. And okay. All right. All right. Oh boy. Oh wow. So we got Thunderbolt Tail Corgi and I don't know, every time I look at the guy on the right, I just like imagine he sounds like this. Huh? You know? Like he won't ever actually talk. He would just make some small little like all the time. Nice. Thank you for sharing that with us, Misery Princess. I mixed up the word order. My apologies. Chat, apparently... I'm really excited to actually watch this video, so I'm just gonna watch this really quick.
For the first time ever, this is remote play on the Nintendo Switch. Let's do it.
All right, explain how I do this. Skip to mid? Okay.
Hey there, my name is James and I'm the technical community manager here at
giving
Parsec.
him the
And a
what
couple
he
months
deserves.
ago, I started brainstorming about ways I could push Parsec to the limits. And I just bought a Nintendo Switch and I thought, how cool would it be if I could have my friends log in and play Mario Kart with me?
I agree.
And it had never been done before. Hadn't seen it anywhere. So I started researching, and after a bunch of challenges and waiting for things to arrive off eBay that I didn't even know would work, I finally got it going.
Wait,
and I've got it for you here.
Shit, sorry.
Platinum Games, who is the director on the brand new action game on Nintendo Switch, Astral Chain, and Ryan, who will be interpreting for him. Would Mr. Tara like to open with any opening remarks?
まず最初になんかお言葉とか。
はい。
プラチナゲームズの田浦隆久と申します。
He looks like he knows how to make a good game.
初めてプレイ動画をプレイを公開させていただくので、ぜひ皆さんお楽しみにしてください。
So I'm Taura-san from Platinum Games, and today is going to be the first time that we're going to
I missed that when they were saying that.
Play footage from the game. So please, everybody at home, we'd like you to enjoy.
All right. All right, good. So I get to jump into it? All right.
Fuck yeah!
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we got a special treat. We're going to show kind of the beginning of the game for you guys. So what you see here is kind of a character sheet. You can select between a male or female, but it's kind of note that these are actual sisters, brother and sisters.
Okay.
I'm going to today go ahead and select the male character here.
I like how he said that. These are sisters.
Real quick.
Brothers and sisters.
Name in there. We need to get a name. That's right. I gotta make this important.
Character and customizing his look. I did see.
I want someone to like just make a super cut of just that one out of context clip of these two are, you know, male and female, but important note, these are actually sisters. I just want that all to be there. Nothing else after him fixing it. It'd be perfect.
世界からのですね侵略を受けていまして、もうほとんどの大陸が汚染されてしまっている状態で、人類はですねアークという人工島に逃げ延びているんですけども、そこにもついに魔の手が迫ってきて、今まさに事件が勃発しているっていうところからゲームがスタートします。
So the game starts. The game is set essentially in the near future on Earth. And all the land of the Earth is under attack from another dimension where.
Come on, guys! Don't do the come on, bros. That's not fun.
And there's essentially an attack from the other world, and that's how the game starts. The game is also set on a place called Ark, as well.
実際ゲームの本編はこのキャラクター選択の前にもちゃんとシナリオが入ってたりするので、そこも楽しみにしていただきたいなと思います。
Actually, the game also has a part that you can play as well that happens before this, so we'd like you to.
God, I love the style they used.
And I want to highlight this rad transition.
Oh, we love this.
It's so good.
Nice.
Here we go. So we're in File 1 Startups. The file is actually
like this is cool.
And right off, you're going to see it right at the bat. We're actually kind of more in a motorcycle chase. I'm on a hot pursuit. So we're going to see a lot of different styles of gameplay in this game. It's really, really, really great.
Yeah, jumping right into the action, wasting no time whatsoever.
Okay. So we're going to start taking down these enemies. And then Sam, why don't you just kind of help describe it?
Yeah, actually, while we have Taro-san here,
wait,
I was wondering if he might want to
I forgot, it's Platinum Games. Of course it's gonna be dope.
今タウラさんに目に見えているシーケンスについてお話しいただけますでしょうか。
ここがまさに今事件が発生した場所に主人公が向かっている最中のところになってまして。で攻撃ボタンだったり移動の操作だったりとかっていうのをこうシューティングゲーム風に学ばせてくれるような演出になってます。
So this actually is taking place just as the player is heading for the place where an incident has taken place. And to make the controls easier to understand for the player, they're set up kind of like a shooting game.
アクションゲームとしていきなりシューティングゲーム始まっちゃうんでちょっと驚かれると思うんですけども、ここでいろんな会話とかも展開して世界観を最初に分かりやすくなってるんじゃないかなと思います。
That's true. They did make the Legend of Korra game. We don't talk about that one. That's the black sheep of the family.
It allows for a lot of exposition to happen concerning the story, as you can see that people are talking.
Wait, that's a racist saying, isn't it?
All right, so
God
we're almost
damn it, white people.
And about what Tara-san was talking about starting the game with the shooting sequence, I think that just kind of highlights a lot of the gameplay variety that we're going to see in this game.
Oh, I don't want to get hit there. Come on, get him. There we go.
Nice.
And we can see Akira is talking to the main character currently. Akira is
no, wait, no, that's true. That's true. It's not. It's not because when they're born, just like that is what happens. Just there is a sheep that can be born that is black. That's okay. Never mind.
Experton. It's a weapon that's actually going to transform into many different styles that I can use. It's going to go back in my little holster there.
Yeah.
Okay, so file 1, hot pursuit. There we go. And
all right.
So one thing to note
My white was
that,
showing. I'm sorry.
I
I got hyper defensive over trying not to offend people because I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I want everyone to have a good time.
Driver, and I got run and gun. And I got some
I'm sorry.
medicine that I can use to heal. So what we're going to do now is we just wanted to show you kind of the intro. I was really happy to show this off. So what we're going to do is actually jump to a little bit more in the future of this game, a little bit like played up a little bit later. So I'm going to actually cut to something
Go to
different.
the other switch.
Okay.
Gosh.
Here. All right.
Can I have one of them? They have so many cool games on it.
Once I see that switched over, I'll be ready to start. There we go. So now you can see that I'm actually in the Neuron Police headquarters, I guess you would say, right? Right here, I'm still the same character design. So what I'm going to do now is I want to kind of get to show you guys the basic action. This game has a lot of depth to it.
This looks
so
so
what we're gonna try
good.
To do is just kind of break this down for you guys a little bit at a time because there's so
I love
much
this
to it.
chain
It's
aesthetic
super,
they got
super
going
big.
there.
Yeah, and to elaborate on what Neuron is specifically, Neuron is a
Is that like a
special police
handcuff?
task force that
I mean, they are the
whose
police.
members are equipped with legions. These are sentient
Correct.
weapons. We've shown a little bit.
Oh, that is the
in
chain.
trailers, but you do need legions to be able to defend against chimeras, who are the interdimensional invaders that are sort of threatening Earth.
So just to kind of break it down real quick, if I tap ZL here, you'll see that I bring up my Legion. My Legion is actually going to attack on its own, but if I hold down ZL, I can actually move it around with the right control stick. Nice. So it's going to allow me to have a greater finesse. Now you'll notice that there's a little energy bar down there. As that dissipates, it's the amount of time I have for my Legion to be out. So when my Legion is attacking, I can actually tap the ZR button and get into my own form of attacks. Now this is just kind of the basics. So what I'm going to do here is go into some training with Jin. It's kind of like my first real assignment after I got my
Yeah, dude.
I'm just going to kind of bash through this. I'm just going to explain. Jim wants me to train.
This is so cool.
He's going to give what's called a Legatus unit. It's kind of what you see right there, house in the back. Everyone that has a Legion needs to have this unit strapped to the back. It's like a casing, I guess you would say. It's also going to grant me use to the iris. That's why you see my character's eyes light up.
Looks like it fits.
All right, it does fit. So I'm now going to go back.
This is on a handheld.
Okay, got his cradle. Excuse me. I'm going to skip to this. Now I need to go train over here, so I'm going to press close this out. And kind of just start with this iris right here.
Yeah, and a little bit more about the iris. The iris is like an augmented reality layer on top of the environment. That
oh, do they? That's awesome,
Tank.
Tank.
And it has other uses that we'll see.
I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do now is hop into a training program real quick, just to kind of show you guys some basic action. I'm going to fight some chimeras, a humanoid form. And why don't we ask Tara-san about
and the UI
the
looks really good too, yeah.
of legions.
今レギオンの話が出てきましたけれども、そのレギオンについてお話しいただけますか。どのように発想
まずそもそも2体で戦いたいというところからこのゲームの発想はスタートしてるんですけども、単純に、敵に圧倒的な力がありまして、その敵を捉えて、その敵の力を使って戦うっていうような設定になっています。
So from the beginning, we wanted to create a game where you controlled two different characters at the same time, but the enemies have this like very extreme power, and so yeah, we wanted to elaborate on something where you captured an enemy and made use of it.
なのでレギオンと、その敵がキメラっていうんですけれども、すごく似た形状のものとかも敵として出てきたりします。
And the enemies, they're known as chimeras, but among the legions, there are legions that will show up that look a lot like the chimeras that you'll face.
They look like Warframe things.
That Dimitris is getting into here. You can see he's using that feature where you can control your legion to wrap them up and bind them. And that'll hold them for a few moments where you can get in some good attacks. Just like this.
And I could switch freely back and forth
This
between
looks so
the small
cool.
baton and what's also going to be called the blaster. All right.
I love the chain wrapping mechanic they got.
Oops, I don't want to pull the iris. By that, let me stop real quick. Training menu. All right, we want to quit training.
Enough of this program?
Yes, I have it enough. That's enough for now.
That'll do for today.
And again, that's just the basics. There's going to be a lot more options that we'll show later on.
Dude.
I think it's so much fun.
When does this come out again? It was pretty soonish, right? Like this year? 2 months.
So the training that you just saw is one of many that are actually available
Oh,
to use
August
at the police
13th.
station. So for anyone who feels that they haven't gotten used to the controls yet or they want to practice more,
Wow,
there
yeah.
are lots
Damn.
of those specifically for those types of people. So we'd like them to make use of it.
他にもなんか服を着替えたりとか、ショップを利用したりとか、いろんなことがこの拠点の中にはあるので、
13th or 30th? Oh, August 30th. Okay.
Besides
August
that,
30th.
there's also places where you can change your clothes and buy goods as well.
August
So we'd
32nd.
like people to check out those stores and those other features, and they'll have a good time, I think.
I think so.
Would I stream
I gotta
this?
say, us all at the office.
Dude, there's so many good games. I don't even know, man. Like,
we really, really love this game.
I don't know how the hell I can keep up. Like,
go and kind of go out on our first.
do you guys see this fucking list of games I want to fucking play? And then I still got Yakuza. And, like, I gotta make some cuts, dude. I gotta sacrifice some stuff, or just settle for
there are areas
not doing
where you can do training,
all.
but you
I don't
can also,
know.
Go to customize
There's just
your
so much.
character, and to purchase other goods and those sorts of things. So it's like an open environment, and the music in there is rad.
Oh yeah, great music. All right, so this is going to be another cutscene coming up here. So I'll just let this play out.
That is a long list. Yeah, these are all games I'm genuinely interested in.
Very futuristic.
That I've seen from this list,
今回
or
発
from
生した事
E3.
件を解決するためにやってきた場所で、さっきトレーニングルームであったアイリスっていう3D ホログラムを見る機能を使って
I don't have a link for it yet. I can just show it again.
So this is the first time that you're going to be
after
able to
they're not
use,
showing anything cool.
What is called the iris, which you guys mentioned before, to be able to solve an incident that occurred before you arrived.
But yeah, I'll just show when we're not looking at cool shit.
SF っぽい部分っていうのがこのアストラルチェーンの特徴的なグラフィックになってます。
And I think that these kinds of like science fiction type elements are very
Those helmets look dope.
Exclusive to Astral Chain.
Listen up.
Sounds good to
Got
me.
nothing to go on right now except that our purpose probably a chimera.
Okay.
If it is, we need to know as much as we can before we.
Yeah, I absolutely am 100%
So we're gonna look for clues,
having.
starting with right here.
I have
See
to
right there is a little bit of
trust
red
in
matter.
an
We're gonna
editor
actually
now.
use our
If all
iris
these amazing
to
games are
start
coming out, there's
using
no
all this
fucking way I'm gonna be able to edit my own shit.
All right.
First, let's see if the security cameras caught anything useful.
There's
Okay.
no
We're gonna
fucking
use
way.
this, so gonna go and use my iris.
Yeah, so what you're seeing is a holographic playback of what the security cameras captured.
Like, I'll
what
do.
happened before your
Oh,
arrival.
this looks sick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look at everything. You'll see that there's a lot of different clues. I can see the falling debris, but this right
We get
here
to be
is going to grab the most
detectives.
detail or most interest. So I'm gonna start with this.
We call that red matter. Solid corruption. It's all around us, and thanks to the Legion, now you can see it.
All right.
The Legion can clean it up for you. Go on, try it out.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is, like the captain said there, I'm gonna actually tap the ZR button, have my Legion, hold it down, and then move it around to clean up this. going to be a handprint.
Between the size and the red matter, I think we can say this isn't a human handprint.
I can say that as well.
Oh, that's a handprint. I didn't even
so
notice.
Giant hands. And you're going to see here is what is we have
Shit.
the first police note. So something we want to keep in mind.